What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling. Wrestling is good.
Why do you do that?
Oh.
Why not?
It's fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's edition of Spot Show Live Stream. This week we got a little bit of AEW news and going to do some WrestleMania 40 predictions. Man, let me tell you, don't know where everybody else is in the world right now, but here in Georgia, it was cold today. Man, you try to fly a kite, you might fly away. But anyway, enough with that stuff. Before I get started with everything, let me just do the usual, sales pitch here. If you like what you see here, leave a comment, and slap that like button. Also, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. All right, let's go ahead and pick on AEW. AEW, he's always been famous about he's not going to ever release any wrestlers. And it seems like lately he likes to wait till their contract's up, then just don't renew it. Don't renew it for 2 months. But he has said before, but he is never going to release anybody. So, actually, he has started to release people. He's got a nice long list of recent released people, wrestlers, and personalities in his company. I understand why it happens, but this is supposed to be Saint Tony Khan here. He's not going to do the wrestlers dirty or anything and release them. I don't know if they got any kind of no compete clauses or anything like that, but he just outright released some people. And let's go through the list of people he's released. Oops, where's my little button here? There we go. First thing here was Jose the Assistant. Don't know much about him. I think he was the kind of the second banana to Andrade, or just one of his, a member of his entourage there for a short time. So yeah, I don't know too much about Jose the Assistant. Parker Boudreaux, he was supposed to be the next Brock Lesnar. Look at the guy, kind of looks like Brock Lesnar, tatted up, big dude, but he wasn't in WWE, was in their Performance Center, made a debut on NXT, but they just didn't feel right by the guy. They didn't think he had the passion or drive, or they wasn't really even trying, so they released him. He comes to AEW as part of the Dude Busters with him, Slim J, and what's his name, Aubrey Davari. So yeah, I think that's the Trust Busters, not the Dude Busters, the Trust Busters. So he was a member of that group. Then he kind of faded away. Speaking of the Dude Busters, also released was Slim J. Talented guy. I guess he was given a bad gimmick there. Dude's a good wrestler in the ring, good worker in the ring. He's had some experience training people, so if maybe those folks in Florida or the folks in WWE and the Performance Center, NXT, wants a kind of a player coach kind of deal, I think he would be a good hire there. He can help train the wrestlers and actually work with them on the NXT brand. So hopefully everything works out pretty good for him. Always seemed like a good dude. Got to start at the in Wildside, Cornelia, Georgia. Uh, wrestled all over Southeast. Uh, I just read he was 38 years old. So yeah, more about him later. We'll talk more about him later. Next up is Da- Dasha Fuentes. I think she done some time in WWE, backstage interviewer. I think she done the same job here. Um, like I said, wouldn't I don't think there's gonna be. I mean, cute girl, pretty girl. That's about it. So I mean, not to add bad or anything or trying to degrade her or anything, but I don't think there's gonna be a make or break thing with him. I don't think there's gonna be a huge outcry from the internet wrestling community, except for one less pretty girl to look at. Next up is Gravity. They released Gravity. Uh, just seeing him in one match with Samoa Joe, and just did that funny spot where uh, Samoa Joe did his famous walk away as Gravity was attempted a flying dive, and Joe just walked away, then kind of did the gravity walk because I guess that's his gimmick. He always did a not the like the Michael Jackson's moonwalk, but the gravity spacewalk deal. Um, Stu Grayson, member of the uh, Dark Order, uh, decent wrestler, good hand. I just don't think he's got that it factor, but a good utility guy. I think he would be. That's about it. After that, I guess the biggest real name that got released, and they were mostly in Ring of Honor, was the Tate Twins or the Boys, uh, Donk Castle's Boys. Uh, but I mean, yeah, they're probably the biggest, I guess, name on here was the Boys. So don't know what Donk Castle's going to do because they were kind of like part of his gimmick, but don't watch much Ring of Honor. I know there is a Ring of Honor weekly show, I guess, but I think it's for streaming and not today. Not going not going to pay for that. Uh, Maybe if I had a little bit more disposable income, I probably would, and I probably watch it for a few months to get watch all the old stuff, but uh, not just to watch their current stuff. Last but not least, Anthony Henry, another guy from the southeast. I think he's totally East Coast. I think he went up and down the East Coast actually uh, during his indie career. Got briefly picked up for the WWE. Got a developmental contract. Victim of the pandemic. Got one of those pandemic releases from the WWF. It was like one of the last ones picked up. Then one of the first ones let go. That's just kind of how it works. Kind of like any job would do or company does. Sometimes the first people to go or the last people hired, and so on and so forth. I will say, if any promotion, indie promotion, whatever, looking for a good heel, knows how to draw heat, that's your guy right there, Anthony Henry. Don't know what they're gonna do with his workhorseman partner. I don't think he's got his release yet. And actually, I think he's injured right now. I think he broke his jaw. So that kind of sucks. Saint Tony, Saint Tony of Khan. What are you doing? Releasing somebody who's injured? That's not nice. Uh, Joking. Most of these are safe releases. Not really any big names here. Like I said, I think the biggest name really was the Tate Twins. I do know that when that I watched the Collision and Ring of Honor tapings, the Workhorsemen got a pretty good ovation. But like I said, I don't think it was that night, but at one show he I think he broke his jaw. Um, oh, is that who that was? My bad. Uh, Sorry. Thanks for correcting me. That just tells you how much I think it was Stu Grayson, I guess. He was a Super Smash Brother. My bad. Don't mean to offend. So yeah, I guess he was the. It's a toss up, really. Super Smash Brother or Take Twin or one of the original Dark Orders who, when it started, was kind of a big deal. Then it just faded. They kind of play. They all played second banana to the Rhinestone Cowboy Adam Cole or Adam Page. Excuse me. Too many Adams. That's why Vince McMahon never liked people have shared names. People like me screwed up. So yeah, I guess like I said, my bad. Let me go back. There he is. Yeah, I guess he was a Super Smash Brother. Sorry, the no Basque. But I guess he was bigger, same. Who knows? Who cares? Um, to me, I guess I just remember the boys because they're part of Donk uh, Castle's gimmick, and I thought he was funny, like a throwback to Adrian Street. Um, but no, I still think the Saint Tony of Khan, this spent all this time, everybody dogged Vince McMahon or WWE for releasing people, and it's like, and there's some people in the internet wrestling community and in the comment section are kind of burning about it, but not too many. I think the AEW Tony or Saint Tony of Khan faithfuls. Damn, that sounds pretty good. Saint Tony of Khan. Can I use that for my nickname for Tony Khan? Saint Tony of Khan. Um, but yeah, at least somebody why they were injured. Good gosh. But yes, I mean, basically they kind of reviewed everybody, see what people are doing. I don't think they were really doing anything with any of these people. The last match uh, of Slim J in its time for Ring of Honor was the Collision Ring of Honor taping early March. Yeah, 1st of March. So I guess he ain't done anything in a month. Uh, Parker Boudreaux, I think he's just a lost cause. Uh, Jose, the assistant, nobody cares. I guess maybe if he's got a friendship with um, Andrade, maybe he can put in a good word for him, bring him there. Who knows? Um, I think Slim J. Like I said, more about Slim J later and Saint Tony of Khan. Um, but Gravity, I just didn't care for. Like I said, I was just seeing that one match. Dasha, she was just good to look at and whatnot. So I think that's a complete list. Did I? Oh, didn't miss anybody. So anybody in the chat right here going to miss any of these folks on your AEW uh, broadcast? Dynamite, Rampage, Ring of Honor, Collision. I said it's been damn, that totally slipped my mind about that. I should that Stu Grayson was what numero uno, and the bigger one was no, he was player two. Yeah, it's one of those deals. I mean, that's what I keep saying about it. You got all this young talent stuff like that, but you throw pay per view like big time pay per view type matches on TV for free, and which you could have put one of these people who could have worked with a top person, then kind of build. That's how, if you want to be an alternative, do it all the way. You got to put your big matches on the pay per view that people are going to buy. Um, I know it sounds old fashioned, but Try it. It might work. But oh yeah, they did try it. His name's Warlow. He goes against um, enhancement talent and squashes him and loses the big match when he finally gets one. But yeah, that's just one of those deals. Yeah, yeah, he wrestled in a singles match, and like I said, I think Henry broke his jaw or something like that. If I remember correctly, if I remember reading correctly, I think it was him that broke his jaw, or he's got some kind of injury right now. That's the reason uh, the other guy wrestled solo. Um, that's what the reason. That's what I read, and they were a pretty good tag team. Uh, the match they had against FTR, which yes, I know it's FTR, throw a broomstick in them with them. Hell, throw me in there with them. They'll make a good match out of me. Made me look like freaking uh, Scott McGee probably. Even though I'm more of a you know Gary, not even a Gary Royal. Shit. Um, anyway, can't think. I went blank there. Can't think of too many really, really bad workers at this time. But yeah. So like I said, business is business. This happens. Eventually, it will happen. I think people who are not totally the AEW fan base. I think Saint Tony of Khan is the greatest thing since sliced bread, the second coming, whatever. Um, hey, it's business. Sometimes you gotta, if not using them, might as well release them. Let them go somewhere else and see if they can do better, or uh, or do something else. You know, maybe call it a day as far as wrestling. So anyway, uh, enough for AEW. I'm not definitely going to bullshit about that later. Let's. Is everybody ready for some WrestleMania predictions? Sounds good. All right. Let's get in some predictions here. So yeah, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday night is WrestleMania 40. Gosh, a crap load of matches. We got, let's see, one, 7 matches Saturday, 6 on Sunday. So 13 matches in all. Um, and listen, and these are no particular order. I don't know. I have no idea what the match order these two nights. I mean, I know what the last matches are going to be for both nights, but I couldn't tell you the first one, third one, sixth one. I have no clue. So, or fourth one, have no clue. So, uh, no particular order, just kind of going through them. Let's start off with Rey Mysterio and Dragon League versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Got a feeling here that Santos and Dirty Dom's going to pick the win up here. Um, they're the two up and comer. Or you got Dragon. Yeah, he's up and comer too, but looks like they kind of want to push Santos and definitely come next year's PWI most improved wrestler should have went to Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I don't mind eating crow on that one, as I said before. Looked like he was probably uh, the second company of George Goulas or Greg Gagne. Which Greg Gagne was that? He was probably more of a Greg Gagne than a George Goulas. But man, he's starting to surpass Greg Gagne. I mean, pretty decent in the ring and can get that heat. He seems to definitely have that it factor. He's got some he's got a little swag in his step and everything. So yes, I'm going with Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio over Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Probably Dirty Dom will pin Lee maybe, or Mysterio probably just eat the yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's go with that. Dirty Dom. They do a little cheating here. Dirty Dom pins Dad. That way he can go for another year or so, saying, "Hey, I finally pinned my dad." Uh, that's the way you draw heat right there. It's like, really, it wasn't really a one-on-one match. It was a tag match, but he's still going to get to say he pinned his dad, and he cheated. Blah blah blah. So yeah, Dirty Dom pins Dad. Maybe some underhanded tactics, a little cheating, uh, like Uncle Eddie, maybe. Uh, that's the way my armchair booking would do it. So, um, next up, we got the 6 women tag team match. We got Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jay Carhill against Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. I think this is an easy one here. Bianca, Naomi, and Jay Carhill will pick up the win here. Carhill will pin Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai be the sacrificial lamb. They're gonna push Carhill, so um, don't think there's gonna be any kind of swerve here or anything like that. This uh, that's her. That's the girl they're gonna push uh from or from the immediate future. Excuse me. I'll spit it out one day. Uh, they spent a lot of time with her. Now it's now sink or swim time. For so yes. So it'll be Jake Harhill hitting a Jaded on Dakota Kai. Which are they going to keep calling it the Jaded, or are they going to call it something else? But uh, we don't know. Yeah, I mean it's going to be a good match. I mean, I am kind of hard on Bianca Belair sometimes. Sometimes she can be kind of cringy, but she's a lot better than a lot of them. Uh, um, I would like to see her turn heel and use that hair again as a whip, but um, because I hate, don't mean to make fun of the other company, but if she went to AEW or something like that, she'd be a way far above than anybody else there. Here she's, I want to say average, maybe a slightly. I don't want to say slightly above average. Average, slightly above average. But like I said, Jay Carhill, that's the one they're gonna push in a immediate future. It should be a good one. I mean, Asuka, good. Sane, good. Dakota, she's decent. Um, Nothing bad about her. Naomi, very athletic, can be very good at times. Uh, that should be a good one. And it's WrestleMania. Everybody's gonna bring their A game. Next up is the 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. The rumor is that maybe, because they said in the stipulation is all titles must be, or all belts must be, you know, taken off the rungs for anybody to win. So one tag team could pick up the red belts, and the other team could pick up a blue belt. So that's how. If they're gonna do that, that's pretty cool. That's screw having a big tournament, or give us, or give us half of these and half of y'all do this, or having tournaments or anything like that. Do a ladder match. All 4 belts are up there, or all both tag belts are all up there. One team pulls one down, the other team pulls the other one down. Could be something. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it's kind of throwing off my predictions here. Because this is the part where the team I would like to win is A Town Down, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller. Um, but I got a hunch they're gonna give R-Truth a little bit of a WrestleMania moment. So I'm going with our Awesome Truth, The Miz, and R-Truth on this one. Ron Killings. It'd be cool for the guy. I mean, he's been there forever, always popular. Um, Not sure how much he's got left in the tank, but at least let him have a moment. Let him keep it. Let him keep it for a month or two, then drop it to somebody. But might be one of those deals where they pull down a set, and the Judgment Day pulls out another set, or the Judgment Day just loses both of them together, and maybe let's see, you got Awesome Truth on Raw, the new Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. They've been kind of pushing them a little bit too. They had an awesome match in the last pay per view with the Judgment Day. Probably one of the better matches of the card. Even though, like I said, I like to see A Town Down under, get it because they're just so freaking entertaining. Think Hardy. You mean the country singer Hardy or Matt and Jeff? Matt or Jeff? I think Jeff's still in the contract. I think Matt is too, ain't he? Or is he? Or is it his contract expired? I know he visited Raw, watched the show that somebody sent a got a picture or whatever. But you know, even though there's the fans are kind of like that, kind of each other, WWE fans and AEW fans. Then you got all the normal people in the middle, kind of like, hey, they got good things and bad things. WWE's got good things and bad things. Let's take the good and enjoy it all. Um, yeah, there's a country guy. His name is Hardy. That's it. This Hard. He was at the last WrestleMania, I think, wasn't he? Or one of the WrestleManias, or one of the pay-per-views. Um, but yeah, I think Jeff is still on the contract. So um, I was making a joke about the country singer Hardy. Um, I mean, if he shows up, you might uh, see him in the front row seat, or they might do a camera and say, "Hey, there's Hardy. Hello, Hardy." Uh, actually, yeah, I know there's two songs I know by him. So somebody somebody at a job site. Uh, sorry, I'm digressing here from the predictions. Just bear with me, folks. Somebody play for me the song, the "Get in a Truck" song. I thought it's pretty cool. It'll be a way different story if I wrote the song. Song won't last that long. Uh, Song will be like one verse. That's it. Uh, uh, oh, do y'all want to see me or do not want to see me? Do y'all really want to see me? Uh, nah, y'all. Let's see the poster. There we go. Um, just to let y'all know, I'm still here. I'm behind the screen. I'm behind the scenes. But yeah, I think they're still under contract. So uh, later on, I'll look it up see when their contract runs out. But I think they're still under contract. So, uh, but anyway, if they do that, which like I said, it'll be cool. It'll be a good, easy way to get out of trying to do some kind of tournament and have two sets of tag team champions. Just have two, you know, teams pull, one team pull the red belts down, the other team pull the blue belts down, and um, if they got belts already made, ready to go, then say, hey, kind of did like they did with the women's champion or women's top titles. Here, you're the WWE Tag Team Champions, and you're the WWE World Tag Team Champions, or you're the WWE or Undisputed Tag Team or Universal Tag Team Champions, and you're the WWE World or Tag Team Champions. However they want to do it. Uh, let's see. Up next, what we got? We got brothers clashing here. Brothers don't fight. Brothers hug. Uh, okay. Put if you know what movie I quoted there, put me in the chat or put it in the chat. You won't win anything because I'm not giving away anything, but uh, I'll give you a cheer or I'll give you a kiss. There you go. It, if if you can name a movie I quoted that from, brothers don't fight, brothers hug. Uh, anyway, so we got Jey Uso going against twin brother Jimmy Uso. Did the band twins ever wrestle each other back in the day? So I think this could this be the first time that twin brothers wrestle each other ever? Maybe. Uh, maybe they did different gimmicks. Maybe one brother was in the mask while the other one was. But yes. Anyway, yeah. So we got Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso going up against it. On paper, it looks like it's going to be a good match. Um, as far as this matches go, uh, sometimes brother versus brother matches don't you know go go that well. And is this going to be one of those tribal combat matches? I know it's got advertised on here, but I don't I don't know if it's don't say it on here if it is or not on the thing I kind of copy and pasted. But anyway, I do got Jey Uso winning this one. Uh, Main event, Jey is got to got to get some wins, and this is going to be a big win. Little brother uh, pins big brother. Um, but uh, I mean, not talking about just I'm talking about twin brothers. Did the Cole twins have to wrestle each other in WCW in Battle Bowl maybe because they drew opposite numbers? I might have to look that. Remind me to look that up later. So what I got to look up so far? Matt Hardy's contract and Battle Bowl. I don't know, it's a wasted concept. But anyway, yes, I'm going with Jey Uso on this one. Let's see. Next up, we got for the Intercontinental Championship, the Ring General Gunther defending against Sami Zayn. I am not saying Sami Zayn is not talented, not over. I just don't like Sami Zayn. And I got a bad feeling he's going to win. I want Gunther to win. I'd rather have Gunther win. But I got a bad feeling Sami Zayn's going to win. Um, which, not going, it is what it's going to be, but he'll get a pop. People will be happy for a couple weeks, then be like, eh. Yeah, I I rather just have Gunther just smack it around, chop the crap out of him. Let Sammy get his comeback. Maybe make it look like he's about to win. Then Gunther, just chops him down again, give him one of those big dinosaur front drop kicks and a power bomb and keep the belt. But man, I just got a bad feeling that Sammy's going to win. But like I said, he'll get a pop. Monday night, he'll get the "You deserve it, you deserve it," and 2 weeks from there, no one give a shit. Um, anyway, Now, this is kind of a match I'm looking forward to. Uh, just because I'm a fan of hers. Women's World Championship match: Rhea Ripley defending against Becky Lynch, the man. Uh, no ifs, ands, and buts here. I just think Ripley's going to win this one. Uh, there's no reason for Becky Lynch to win this match. Uh, it's now Rhea's time. It is now uh, Jade's time. It's now Bianca's time. They kind of be elevated up beyond the Becky's and the Bailey's and the Charlottes. I mean, I do dig Charlotte, like Becky, like Bailey. Nothing against them, but you know, I ain't saying they can never be back in the mix and challenge and maybe win another one down the road, but not tonight. Or not that night, or not tonight, not Saturday night. Uh, I think Rhea Ripley should take at least about 85% of this match, and Becky just uh, make her look like $100 to make her look like the champ she is, and uh, do the honors. So, main event for night one of WrestleMania 40 is the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes teaming with the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins versus the final boss, I guess is what they call him now, The Rock, and the undisputed heavyweight wrestling champion, or undisputed universal champion, uh, the tribal chief. Acknowledge him, Roman Reigns. I forgot his other nickname. The head of the table, Roman Reigns. There we go. Got it all in. Uh, let's see. So if Cody and Rollins wins, then it's going to be heads up, mano a mano, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, main event WrestleMania. If Rock and Roman Reigns wins and Cody and Seth loses, then the Cody and Roman Reigns match is a uh, bloodline rules match, which means anything could go. Going with the Rock and Roman Reigns. Um, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think it's what did Alison Stowe would say. He did a interview one time, and and somebody was like, well, what's the best match of the card? Or he kept saying, hey, the main event is always the best match on the card. It's the one that draws everybody. And I forgot who was interviewing him. He said, you know, I think Al Snow mentioned WrestleMania 3. The guy said, oh, Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage. No, good match, but not the best match on the card. The best match on the card was Hulk Hogan versus Andre. It was the main event. It drew the people in. It drew the house. So that was the best match of the card. So this might be definitely one of those. Hey, this is what's drawing the most attention, what's drawing the fans in, and might be the best match on the card. Um, as far as I mean, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso on paper looks like it could be a show stealer, as well as Gunther and Sami Zayn. Um, but yeah, I'm going with The Rock and Roman Reigns getting the win. So the next night for the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns match, it will be the Bloodline rules, and we'll get to that later. So, uh, let's head to night number 2. Uh, I don't know, night 2, Sunday night. Uh, what are they calling this? A street? Oh, I thought this was gonna be a street fight. My bad. Anyway, it's Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, and the Authors of Pain, Akam and Rezar. Yeah, they on that Cody Rollins rocking. Yeah, it's a story in. It's like I was saying last week. I don't know who. Somebody said on another podcast. Um, Come for wrestling, stay for the story. Uh, I'm sorry, don't mean to offend, but not sorry if you're offended. I don't care. That's a hell of a story to tell. That's been a hell of a 2 year story. Uh, You can't do wrestling stories no better than this. I mean, it was. I get that more of that later. Uh, anyway, yes. Uh, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins versus Final Testament, Karrion Cross, and the Authors of Pain. Nobody cares for Cross. I think they can care less for Authors of Pain. I dig them. They're pretty decent. Paul Ellering's there. That's good, but the Almighty and the Street Profits going to get this one. I think um, should be a decent one, but uh, Lashley, Ford, and Dawkins will get the win on this one. Uh, don't know. I guess what finish will I use? I guess Lashley will pin Cross. That'll be a good finish. Maybe after a spear. Um, anyway, next up we'll have or the next on my list. I don't know if it's going to be the next match. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know match order. LA Knight versus AJ Styles should be a good match. AJ's going to do the honors. LA Knight's going to go over on this one. Uh, yeah, I like Bobby Lashley. Street Profits ain't that bad. I just feel bad for Montez Ford because for whatever reason they don't separate him, let him go on his own. But it is what it is. Give it maybe another year or two. Maybe they'll separate them. But anyway, yeah. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Uh, Knight's going over this one. I thought they said that he was going to compete for the U.S. title, but I guess they kind of want him to get another big win. So uh, get a win for over a former U.S. champion, heavyweight champion. Um, was he Intercontinental? He was definitely a former tag champion, but and the guy who's I gotta put this probably the best worker after you know in our lifetime or in this period. Uh, the last long period was Shawn Michaels. Now it's AJ Styles. So, uh, but yeah, LA Knight's picking this one up. No argument there. Now you got a triple threat match for the United States Heavyweight Championship. Logan Paul, the champion, defending against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. This is another one of those. I like somebody else to win, but I got a feeling somebody else is going to win. I would like to see Randy Orton pick up the win here. Nice little RKO from nowhere on either one of those. Pins him, U.S. champion. Uh, I got a hunch they're going to keep it on Logan Paul. Uh, no big deal there, but still rather see Randy Orton pick up the win. Let's see. And next up for the WWE Women's Championship, you got Io Sky versus Bayley. Uh, I'm going with Io Sky. Uh, all the stars really just seem to point that Bailey's going to win this one, but uh, definitely think Io Sky's going to keep it keep it here. That brings us to our double main event for night two of WrestleMania. Gotta have a double main event. First one is for the WWE World's Heavyweight Championship. This should be a good one. Uh, Drew, very good. Seth's very good. Uh, World Heavyweight Championship. I say Drew's going to win this one. Maybe there might be a cash in. Maybe. Who knows? Uh, then again, I can see Seth Rollins win and come to next night on Raw, cash in. Uh, why not? I think it's time to release the case. He doesn't need to be senior Money in the Bank forever. But now I'm kind of looking at it. It's kind of hard for them. I don't think they'll change both their top belts on the same night. Oh, now I'm thinking about it. Um, yeah, maybe he'll just cash it in from the get go. But yeah, I think Drew's gonna win this one. Um, why not? Um, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Seth wins, but kind of going with Drew here. I'm just going the Drew winning and Io Scott retaining. Two hot takes. I'm giving there. Uh, so then maybe the next night, we gotta have that. Gotta make that splash on Raw. So next night, Damian they had the rematch on Monday night, and Damian Priest cashes in because now we're going to start new stories to go through the next WrestleMania. Um, and last but not least, um, for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, it is the head of the table, your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, defending against Cody Rhodes. Like I said, I think this is going to be the Bloodlines rules match. Uh, I think Cody wins. Uh, just wins it, heads up. Uh, with a cross. I mean, yeah, they're gonna move some furniture and stuff like that, but don't really think it's gonna really have any kind of surprise visitors or anything like that. I think he's just gonna win it, heads up. Uh, Now here's my hot take on this. Uh, Cody's gonna win. Heads up. Crossroads 1, 2, 3, or multiple crossroads, whatever. 1, 2, 3. No Steve Austin or Seth Rollins call. Nobody's gonna cause Roman Reigns to lose except for Cody and the Crossroads and all the furniture they move. This is gonna be a fight. Now, I'm pretty sure all those other people are gonna get involved, but they gonna keep it 1-on-1 without keeping it 1-on-1, or have something happen to Cody. Like Solo might hit his spike on him, but Cody recoups. Jimmy might interfere. He recoups again, and just fights it off and beats Roman Reigns. This will be a huge embarrassment for Roman Reigns to lose in a Bloodline Rules match. The real head of the table, the final boss, it's not going to like this. Uh, so he's going to give somebody the rock bottom. And it's not going to be Cody Rhodes. And it's going to be Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will either that night or the next night on Raw. Roman's gonna get rock bottom, which should again time to develop new stories. Uh, so that will start the buzz right there. Roman Reigns versus Rock, WrestleMania 41. That's my little hot take. So, uh, those of you if you're listening who works for creative at WWE, please don't change that. If I'm like dead nuts on, it's gonna be cool as shit. Uh, but anyway, uh, that's my predictions there. Um, let's see. Whoops, wrong thing. I want to move. Yeah, I'll move that a little bit. There we go. I need to learn how to focus on that, not on that. That's my screen. Keep wanting to look at my screen. Should be looking at that. It may cut my eye to either screen. But yeah. So what do y'all think? Y'all think Cody's gonna finally put a nice period to the story between, or at least at this time, the story between him and Roman Reigns? Uh, it's not like they can, wait a couple more years and rehash it. But people want to see, for whatever reason, Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Give it to him next year, and this is how you do it. Rock's very disappointed at Roman Reigns losing to Cody in a bloodline match. Bloodline rules. That's their namesake. Um, Rock takes over as puts he's going to be ahead of the table. He is the head of the table. He is the final boss, and he's going to take over the bloodline as the tribal chief, whatever, over Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. I forgot the other guy's name. Tama. Tama's supposed to be. What's his name? Tama something. Anyway, another family member, another cousin. He's gonna be coming in, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on a bloodline. Uh, yeah, I'd be shocked. It's ooh, what did I do there? There we go. Yeah, I'd be shocked to just do it. Pull the trigger. Let's end it. Let him get his pop. Uh, let him be the champion for a while. Um, I don't think that. I don't think he's going to keep it for 1,000+ days or anything like that. But give him a nice little lengthy run. Uh, maybe him and Roman Reigns in another rematch, whatever. Uh, at Fastlane, maybe, or on down the road. Uh, quite possible. Wouldn't be surprised if you know uh, Cody probably set next year's Royal Rumble, loses against The Rock. Then it'll be The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Uh, and Reigns wins it back, maybe from The Rock. Who knows? I'm just throwing, shit out there. Um, let's see, but yeah, this is not a bad card. Uh, I can't really say there's gonna be any major. Okay, let's go make a sandwich match. Uh, I mean, I agree. The Bobby Lashley Street Profits least in Final Testament, it don't have my keen interest. I don't think it has anybody's interest really. I'm sorry, nobody's cared for about carrying a cross. Only time they cared about him was when he won the old demolition uniform, and people were like, oh no. Oh, you think Damien might cash in on Cody? Mm, you think they want to do Cody dirty like that? I don't think they'll do Cody dirty like that. Um, hold on one second, folks. Do 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 do. See, sometimes if you got bosses that want to text you because they think, they think you never sleep or never do anything, so they like to, text you. Their bosses, uh, one's a supervisor. The supervisor can go to the big boss. The big boss signs your check. So so yeah, the big boss signs the check. You gotta answer that. You gotta answer that text. Um, sorry. Talk so much yourself, people. Okay, and we're back. Um, you think that we? No, they don't want to do. Can't do Cody dirty like that though. They they can they can do the world title dirty like that. You know, let them do it to Drew. Let them do it to Seth because they both have had their WrestleMania moments. I hate to be one of those. Oh, you can't ruin somebody's moment. But Drew and Seth, they've had their moments. Let Cody soak soak this one in. I mean, this is one of the reasons he left the company he helped start. Right, the boss does a run in. Yeah, he's going to get involved too. I know, but uh, like I said, I think Cody's going to, nothing's going to cause really Cody to. That's my where you see your surprise right there. Uh, The Rock comes in, about to make his way in, and some surprise person, Cena, whoever, stops him in his track, you know, and just goes about that way. I mean, like I said, I could be wrong, um, but it's definitely going to be a interesting watch all the way through. Like I said, I mean, the only interest of the Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Santos Escobar, Dominic Mysterio match is just Dominic. Um, but so what? Oh, yeah, My boss is done and run in. He's distracting me. Everybody's going to. Yeah, my boss did a run in, distracted me. Referee needs to throw him out. He did another run in. He's trying to make me lose. Okay. But yeah, you got boys and girls, Big Boss calls you. You answer that one. Um, or not calls, text. He actually probably thought I was asleep. Probably reason he texted. Or thought I was, you know, or he probably didn't want to be rude. I mean, I'm glad he's learned to text. Used to he just call, but anyway, earlier on this on tonight's program, I mentioned that kind of want to talk a little bit more about this release, namely Slim J. Uh, Let me pull it up here. Da 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 da. Push that button, and share this. There we go. Uh, Oops, wrong button. Let's do it again. And there we go. Let's talk right here. Slim J posted a statement reacting to AEW release. Uh, Several AEW wrestlers released from their contracts on Monday. Uh, so he sent out some tweets, I think, or made some statements. Uh, so yeah, Slim J tweeted out a statement Tuesday morning reacting to his release. He said he's grateful for the opportunity he was given at AEW and is so thankful to the fans for supporting him. Slim J mentioned Ari Daivari and Caprice Coleman, Bill Behrens as the people who believed in him. Uh, 38 years old. Gosh, I feel old now. The 38-year-old Slim J said that while his gimmick in AEW was trash, his work wasn't. He worked a day job while in AEW, and isn't giving up his goal. But here's a tweets below. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yes, I learned how to share screen on here. So, cheers for me. Um, so yeah, it states here, I am grateful for the opportunity to have worked for AEW. Unfortunately, yesterday was no April Fool's joke. I appreciate Ari Daivari for always bringing my name up and believing in me. Caprice Coleman, you always put me over, as did William Behrens, Bill Behrens, agent of the Wrestling Stars, the Scott Boras of professional wrestling, in case you didn't know. He is also AJ Styles' agent, plus a few others. But anyway, said thank you to those. Also said thank you to the fans that supported me. My gimmick was trash. I get that. I knew that. My work wasn't, though. I worked my shoot job through both contracts with AEW. My role there was to act rich. I always been far from that in real life. Promised that. And he said all I wanted to do once I was signed was to get my wife and daughter out of this shithole we live in. They're my everything by far. I failed. Doesn't mean I quit. Not at all. Mouths to feed. And I'm broke as uh, you kids know what that is. Broke as fuck. So I'm looking for a second job. So you know, stop sleeping on. Basically says stop sleeping on me. But yeah, um, Slim J had been wrestling in Ring of Honor before his AEW release. He was previously part of Trustbusters in AEW, a faction that Boudreaux was also a part of. The Trustbusters were featured on AEW dark. Uh, at the start of his career in early 2000s, Slim J wrestled for NW Wildside in Georgia. Did I mention that? Uh, but yeah, so oh no 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 crap. Oh well. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up there. What the hell is that? That must be something. I have no idea. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what to take of that. You figure you give somebody a contract, and especially Saint Tony of Con, uh, you give somebody a contract and he still has to work a second job. That doesn't sound such Saint Tony like to me that everybody likes to talk about. I mean, like I said, I don't know. Um, I know throughout his wrestling career, like I said, early 2000s, uh, actually went on a job site one time. Somebody knew who he was. So I just mentioned like, yeah, this one of those. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm going to Cornelia watching wrestling. And the guy knew him. He did like window framings and door framings and stuff like that. I don't know if he still does that now, but at the time when I talked to the guy, that's what he did. Uh, but yeah, I mean that doesn't sound cool at all. You give somebody a contract and they're I mean I understand that they all can't be life changing, but come on, at least 90, 100 grand maybe. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like he's a rookie, so I guess that's why he will let these wrestlers kind of do weekend work because I mean, unless you come in as a Daniel Bryan or Edge, Adam Copeland, John Moxley, CM Punk, you're not, and of course the EVPs and all the Bullet Clubs, Elites, and all that, you know, they're all going to get that top dollar. But god dang, we're talking millions of dollars. I mean, I hate to be that way. I hate to, I understand the business part, but uh, kind of sell yourself on this and that, and people think of you as this, and it's like, okay, now we just hear that one of your wrestlers, because you had this huge roster to begin with, is like, oh, I'm keeping them employed and stuff like that, but they're having to work a real job and on top of being under your contract. That's kind of sucks, dude. I mean, I was like, okay, I get it, maybe not 100 grand, at least 50, 60 grand, something to, you know, something that he does or anyone will have to do a second job on. Because supposedly you handle their travels, all their hotels and stuff like that, right? So they can take what they make and go home. I mean, you would think they get you know merch bonuses or whatever, but uh, don't really know what the business model with Tony Khan. It kind of just irks me. It's like I hate when people put people on this huge pedestal. It's like, oh, he actually cares about the performers and everything. It's like not when he's want to spend that money, obviously. Um, sorry, I'm putting things away that make sure I don't lose them. Uh, but yeah, it just kind of irks me that uh, they do that. I mean, I know last I heard, I think NXT performers they get up what 50, 60, 80 grand, something like that. Yeah, something kind of clickish, exactly. Uh, but yeah, I understand you're hoping when you're paying Daniel Bryan, Brian Danielson, Adam Copeland, you're paying them $3-4 million that they're going to draw you $3 or $4 million, but when you see half the place topped off, uh, that's not a good sign. I'm not saying that's on every show that you got areas tarped off, but um, okay, leave me alone now. I'm trying to be a star. Um, but yeah, it kind of sucks. Like I said, but at least them it's they're in Florida, NXT. I don't know about their housing. I guess they got temporary housing at the performance center, maybe, or at least a group of them get like an apartment or something. But if they move to Florida, but or if he would have moved to Florida and be in NXT and get like I said 50-60 thousand a year, and if his wife moved down here, I'm not sure how old his daughter is. She might be preschool age or daycare age by now, I think. But Florida, no state income taxes. So, uh, what was it? The story of how he decided to bring Chris Candido and Tammy Cinch to Smoky Mountain. It's like, well, I can't really pay you to move from Jersey to here, but you know what? I pay you a little and then pay you a little that you'll each have enough. Uh, and yes, mostly in Florida until he gets to the main spot. And like I said, hopefully, I mean, it'd be cool as hell. I think, like was saying before. And I don't mean to sound like a homer too. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in uh, Slim's shoes, but he does have uh, experience and training people. So, uh, like I said, he's only 38. He can be that player coach. He can definitely learn teach people how to sell to sell his ass off. Uh, Unfortunately, I mean I'm not sure if it. I'm pretty sure it's had happened in Indies. Uh, I would have loved to have seen a Slim J and Darby Allin fight or match. Uh, Even though their psychology is kind of the same as far as how they approach selling towards bigger. I mean, they both. If you ever watch a Darby Allin, and if you go back and actually watch a Slim J match, them against a bigger opponent, you can always see like, okay, this looks a little more legit. Uh, you know, except for flips, but yeah, he's kind of wrestling somebody in today's style, like a small guy would fight a big guy. Just go out and punch away and dive away, try surprise him with a high flying move or whatever. Uh, but yeah, I know there was one time um, Matt Strider, is that his name? Uh, uh, Matt Striker came down to Cornelia, and you can just tell. Look at the podium; he was very impressed with Slim J. Uh, but but yeah, I mean, they can NXT use a good player coach. I think he'd be good at that. Um, or he just, I mean, continue the Indies and hopefully he's able to at least succeed at taking care of his wife and family like he wants to, and provide for them. And you can't never fault anybody wrong for that. Um, let's see. Anything else we want to bullshit about? Back to this one. I don't like that one. There we go. We'll go back to this screen. What else can? Oh, before I forget, remember next Friday the premiere episode of Wrestling Gold Friday Night. Working on the intro. We'll hopefully by hopefully hopefully by hopefully I can take 5. Hopefully for Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, I will at least debut the intro to Wrestling Gold Saturday Night. Uh, so Get your daddies out of the fields, get your mamas out of the kitchen. Tune in, 8 o'clock next Friday night. It'll be Wrestling Gold Friday night. We'll just shoot the shit about old school wrestling. And shoot a little shit about it. Pick a topic. Um, Maybe do a little watch along of an episode of something. Not sure what. I'm pretty sure I'll find something. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about that because I like talking about that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah, definitely. If you're an old school fan, don't care about the current stuff, tune into that. Um, Try to do a little something for everybody, you know. Heck, am I still on? Yeah, I actually knocked off my YouTube. I'll put it back on. Oh, I gotta put it back on over here. But let's see what else. Of course, next week on the Spot Show live stream. We'll go down WrestleMania, talk about the results. Um, like I said, I still ain't watched any of TNA since they switched back names. Um, hmm, uh, Need to get back doing uh, the Dynamite and Raw recap shows and SmackDown. There's gonna be a lot of WWE uh, this week, so I mean it is their big show, so definitely definitely gonna have a lot of that. That's the reason I didn't really do a recap this week. Uh, oh, Tonight I will. I've already got recorded. I did another classic wrestling reminiscing, talking about WrestleMania 2. Last year, WrestleMania, I talked about WrestleMania 1. This year, I talked about WrestleMania 2 and what I thought about it. Um, uh, let's put it this way: when I was a kid, we didn't have well, this was on pay per view. WrestleMania 2 wasn't on pay per view anyway. It was just on. Uh, it was on closed circuit through the arenas, and it was the first and only one to have multiple locations doing it at the same time, or multiple cities holding WrestleMania. Only Los Angeles got the Hulk Hogan. Um, but so no pay per view. We didn't have cable at the time either. But my older brother and his wife, they had cable. They had Showtime, and I think it was like 2 or 3 months after WrestleMania 2, they showed WrestleMania 2 on Showtime. So uh, our brother kind of mentioned it, and uh, my dad told him to record it for me, and he did. And I wore that tape out. I watched that, every time I had a chance, I rewatched it. Uh, yeah, didn't I already talk about the Hall of Fame? Hall of Fame. Let's see. Didn't I talk about the Hall of Fame on some other show when I went through the names? I can do it again. Let's see. Um, let's see. I know The Rock is gonna do the speech for his grandmother. Uh, Roman Reigns Roman Reigns doing Paul Heyman. I mean, I guess that's fine. I'm pretty sure they probably wanted Brock Lesnar to do it, but unfortunately, things happen. Or for whatever, it is what it is. Uh, but couldn't they got like, I don't know, Tommy Dreamer or Rob Van Dam? I'm pretty sure Shane Douglas didn't want to do it. Um, or Bubba Ray or Devon, Bubba Ray and Devon. Somebody from ECW to induct Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame, but it's going to be Roman Reigns. So I'm kind of iffy about that one. Uh, not sure. Not sure who's inducting the US Express. Uh, okay, here's okay. Seems to be a list here. Let me do this again. Boom, and there we are. Share the screen again. And of course, this is Wikipedia. But so let's scroll down here. Okay, so and the celebrity wing of the non-physical WWE Hall of Fame, we're gonna have this year Muhammad Ali, uh, three-time world heavyweight boxing champion, Olympic gold medalist, competed in the worlds against Tony Inoki in a match dubbed as uh, well, WWE dubbed this MMA's first big fight, but it's a wrestler versus boxer match. Tony Inoki wasn't going to go down to Ali, and Ali definitely wasn't going to go down to him. Special guest referee and WrestleMania 1 main event. Guest of honor at the Collision in Korea event will be inducted by Lonnie Ali, obviously a relative of his. Let's see, and we got groups tag team. We got the U.S. Express, Mike Rotundo, and Barry Windham, two-time WWF Tag Team Champions, inducted by to be announced soon. Barry Windham I mentioned as well a few weeks ago. This will be his second uh, induction as a Hall of Famer. He was previously inducted in the 2012 Hall of Fame as a member of the Four Horsemen. Mike Rotundo, also known as Erwin R. Sykester, three-time NWA World Television Champion, Mid-Atlantic version, one-time NWA World Tag Team Champion without Barry, and three-time WWF Tag Team Champion without Barry. Let's see. I guess they were all with Ted DiBiase. Uh, 1994 Slammy Award winner for the sweatiest. Yes, even uh, gosh, I wish I could share it. I don't think it's on YouTube or anything. Hold on a second. Brad Armstrong shooter interview. Very entertaining. If you ever get the straight shooting, the one Ring of Honor did back in the day. Brad Armstrong did one. He was talking about Mike Rotundo. He said, "Man, solid worker, but God, dude sweats." And Brad Armstrong's like, "Look, dude, I sweat too, so it was a little slippery in there." So yeah, the U.S. Express is your group in there. We're gonna have Leah Maivia, a posthumous inductee. She passed away a few years ago. One of wrestling's first female promoters. Okay, at least they say one of wrestling's first. I guess she was the second one. Ran Polynesian Pro Wrestling, territory of the National Wrestling Alliance in Hawaii in the mid '80s. Her promotion ran a show called Polynesian Pacific Pro Wrestling on the Financial News Network, and she'll be inducted by The Rock. Excuse me. Next up, we got T-Bolt, Thunderbolt Patterson, Claude Patterson. Uh, don't know who Scott Spears is. I think he's some kind of radio personality, not affiliated with wrestling, but I guess he picked him to do it. There's a reason why I forgot why now. But anyway, a fixture in various NWA territories from the 1960s through the 80s, recognized as having won championships across North America. Let's see. Next up, we got Bull Nakano. She's going to be inducted by Alundra Blaze, Medusa. Makes sense. Rivals in Japan, rivals in here. One-time WWF Women's Champion, 1994 Slammy Award winner for Most Devastating. Recognized as having won women's championships in Japan, Mexico, and the United States. And last but not least, the man of the hour is Paul Heyman / Paul E. Dangerously. He will be inducted by Roman Reigns, former manager and commentator for the American Wrestling Association and World Championship Wrestling, owner-operator of the former Extreme Championship Wrestling promotion, which was founded in Philadelphia, this year's host of Wrestlemania, former on-screen general manager of WWE SmackDown, former color commentator for Monday Night Raw, manager of Brock Lesnar, Big Show, CM Punk, Rob Van Dam, Kurt Angle, Steve Austin, Rick Rude, Arn Anderson, Roman Reigns, and the Bloodline stable, amongst others. Yes, Thunderbolt Bastion, he's still alive. Uh, Trying to think. I think somebody said he lives around Commerce, Georgia, and supposedly you might sometimes catch him at the Sonny's Barbecue in Banks Crossing, Commerce. Um, um, that's what I've heard. He might. I mean, this is a few years ago too when I heard this, so he might have moved on. There's two things I was supposed to look up, wasn't I? I was supposed to look up. Let's see. Let's go back to this. There we go. Sometimes we don't need to share so much. Hardy Boys, AEW contracts. Let's see. Okay, I guess we can share this one. I don't go back to this. Oh, all right. Hopefully this thing won't give me much. Matt Hardy confirms that his AEW contract is expiring. Fightful Select recently reported that Matt Hardy's WWE or WWE AEW deal is up this month. It could be done. He might not be under contract right now. Let me get out of this because this it's going to be it's going to freeze my stuff up. I hate this website. I don't know why I picked that website. And I posted to look up the Cole twins. Uh, but guess what? I just thought of something. I, if the Cole twins or any other twins that have ever wrestled each other, tune in to Wrestling Trivia Tuesday to find out. Because that's when I'll look that up. That does sound like a good trivia question. And yes, if anybody else is watching this, feel free to uh, direct message me on social media if you have any questions uh, for Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Like I said, shoot me the question, and I'll give you a shout out on Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, saying this is your question. You turn it in, so and all that good stuff that the shout outs involve. Let's see. So yeah, that article was March 8th, but that's just his contract. That's not him and Jeff's. And Jeff, I don't know if they want to deal with Jeff right now yet. No, I don't think so. I don't think TKO or Endeavor, whoever wants to deal with that right now. Um, I mean, I think he still has a court case pending. So I don't think they got enough court cases to deal with right now. Um, they're not really having to deal with it, but it kind of puts not so favorable light to the WWE TKO Endeavor brand. Um, wow, you probably wouldn't know him now because he's, gosh, how old is Thunderbolt? Here. Oh yeah, if you remember seeing him in 1984, he's 82 now. So, well, I know yeah, because ooh, oh my gosh, I didn't know about this. Uh, yeah, I'm just reading his Wikipedia about. I know you really shouldn't be looking at Wikipedia for everything, because sometimes they kind of because anybody can edit stuff. But wow. In November 2023, Patterson underwent quadruple amputation due to complications from diabetes. Ugh. So yeah, I kind of feel bad for uh, kind of feel bad for him about that. He was a labor organizer for the Service Employees International Union in Atlanta at one time. This is back in '88. Um, he's kind of famed for trying to start a union and stuff like that. Uh, I guess his last wrestling match is when he teamed up with Brad Armstrong to defeat Ivan Koloff and Baron Von Raschke at the first Slamboree in 1993. He was a mentor to Ice Train uh, from then on till 1994. Uh, but anyway, my bad. Um, so some of the championships and accomplishment of, I mean, he's going to be there. I would think he's going to be there. But somebody's going to. I caught myself where I said it. Uh, at least somebody comes in to stand for him, stand in for him. That's wrong, people. Do not laugh at that. That's not funny. That kind of amputation, I didn't mean that. Came out wrong. You know what I'm saying. Uh, anyway, championships and accomplishments of one Thunderbolt Patterson, Cauliflower Alley Club Men's Wrestling Award to 2020, 2021. Championship wrestling for Florida. He was a NWA Brass Knuckles champion one time, NWA Florida champion one time. Championship wrestling from Georgia, NWA National Tag Team Champions one time with Ole Anderson. Continental Wrestling Association, which was Memphis. CWA World Champion one time. George Tragos Luthez Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. Luthez Award 2019. Georgia Championship Wrestling, NWA Georgia Tag Team Champions 3 times. One time with Mr. Wrestling, Mr. Wrestling 1, Tim Woods, Tommy Rich, and one time with Tony Atlas. Georgia Television Champion 2 times. International Championship Wrestling. This was probably the Poffos because he had a thing. He would he did wrestle for the Outlaw shows, and this was one of the Outlaw promotions. He was the United States champion in ICW, Maple Leaf Wrestling, their US champion, Toronto version, Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling, Mid Atlantic Coast Tag Team Champion one time with Jerry Briscoe, Big Time Wrestling. This was this was the Dallas one before it became world class. NWA American Tag Team Champion 4 times. 2 times with Wahoo Medania, 1 time with Toru Tanaka, and 1 time with Johnny Valentine. NWA Tri-State, Brass Knuckles Champion 1 time. Western Sports, Brass Knuckles Champion 4 times. World Wrestling Association, where was that from? That was from Los Angeles. 1 time Tag Team Champion there with Alberto Torres. Uh, Dave Meltzer didn't care for his promos. Wolf Wrestling Observer newsletter, worst interviews, 1985. He was the winner of that. And finally, last but not least, he's going to be in the class of 2024 Hall of Fame. But yeah, wow, I didn't know about the amputations and stuff. Man, that's sad. Anyways, let's see. But yes, about the has there ever been twin brothers wrestle each other? Find out on this this week's Wrestling Tribute Tuesday for that one. Let's see, we've got the Hall of Fame, we got everything except for the what else? But yeah, the Hall of Fame is going to be Friday after SmackDown. I might check that out. Not sure if I did. Cause I didn't do a video on last year's Hall of Fame. I don't think I even watched. Did I even watch last year's? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I watched the Hall of Fame last year's. Um, but anyway, uh, the sun's getting low over here. Of course, it is. 9:20 till 10 here. So at night. So sun's been down a long time. Low and gone a long time ago. So I'm gonna call it a night for this Tuesday. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Uh, let's see what else can I mention. Yes, again, pretty excited. Like I said, it's going to be entertained one or two ways. You get to be entertained by joining the chat and BSing or bullshitting about uh, old school wrestling, old school pro wrestling, or you get to sit train wreck. Either way, it should be fun. But until next week, folks, like I said, appreciate everybody tuning in. Tune in next week. I'll be here next Thursday, Lord willing. And we'll, like I said, run through the results of Wrestlemania, pull some more notes and news out my rear end, and definitely have some more bullshit session. Until next week, you folks have a good one and take it easy. Hey there, thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed it, share with friends, drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPTV46. Until next time.